This time on the show, installing Ubuntu on the Nexus 7, plus EtherApe, Backbox, and Matriux. All that and more this time on Hak5. This episode of Hak5 is brought to you by Domain.com.
Hello, welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen.
And I'm Shannon Morse.
And to Weekly Dose of Technolust, where Shannon wears the same shirt week after week.
Hey, now.
You were seriously wearing that
The
last week.
holidays, dude. It's the holidays. Everybody like pre-records everything, and I know. The magic of the internet. Wow.
I was over at the Revision 3 offices. I was like, "Hey, Patrick Norton, how's it going?" And he's like, "I have umpteen million shows to do."
Oh, yeah.
He didn't actually, but yeah, it's like
yeah, they were kind of stressing out over at the Twit studio too the other
Really?
day. Yeah, they were all like, "Oh, Leo has to pre-record ads. Leo has to pre-record ads." Ah! And everybody's freaking out, and I was just like, "Dude, chill. Like, it'll get done. Calm down."
I know. We should have just made up news for the threat wire that we pre-recorded for the next week.
That would have been awesome. Just like make up some random stuff, because nothing happens around Christmas.
And Canonical decided that they're going to send every keystroke to Santa Claus.
And they're going to make you pay for the next operating system. Like, for real, this time. Seriously.
Have you noticed when you go to download Ubuntu, it's like this almost mandatory donation thing now?
You want to donate? Yeah. I've seen that.
Whatever. I honestly can't knock it. It's like,
I know. I'm like, dude, you guys are awesome. I will donate to you.
It's a consistent experience. Mm-hmm. They have, paid support if you do want to do it with the enterprise. Mm-hmm. As much as it's easy to dog on Ubuntu right now with some of their missteps, I still think overall they're really helping lead the way in free and open source software to the general public. Like, most people who have never used Linux before, their first Linux will be Ubuntu.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like don't fight the good fight and dog on them when like they do stupid stuff like not inform people when like, hey, we got this new feature you might like where we check Amazon for the calculators. But like, this is just like what happened with Instagram, where it's a PR problem.
It is.
If you're not up front and say, this is what we're doing,
Yep, then you get a lot of crap for it. Well, speaking of Ubuntu, we have a lot of fun planned for today. We're doing some hacks.
Hacks?
Yes, on the show called Hak5.
Okay, what are we getting into?
So we're doing like putting Ubuntu on the Nexus 7 and stuff.
Oh, I like that. Or the Nintendo DS. We could do that.
We could do that.
But let's do the Nexus 7, because I'm sure everybody just got one for Christmas or something.
Yes, Darren had one, so I took it, and I'm going to put Ubuntu on it, and hopefully it works.
All right, let's do it. I guess this means that I won't be able to run Android on it anymore, which is fine.
We could switch it back.
Yeah.
You could do that too.
Honestly, I'm curious to see how Unity is going to be on a touch interface, because remember it was last CES, which by the way in like a week we're going to be at CES this year, but last CES.
Wow, has it really been a year?
It's been a year.
Holy majoli,
we were talking to the Canonical people about Ubuntu coming to the television and the Ubuntu TV, and basically, that's when they were first making that transition to Unity, and it's like a lot of people are like, this doesn't make sense, and their whole vision, or at least from what they explained to us, was that there's one consistent kind of unified experience, hence the name Unity, across your television, your tablet, your laptop. I don't think it's going to work.
It sounds very like one consistent piece, yo.
Well, that's Ubuntu anyway.
Man.
That's the philosophy,
It's the philosophy,
Check out
man.
the Wikipedia article on Ubuntu, and I'm not talking about the operating system. I don't know.
That's true.
This probably indicates that we'll see a Ubuntu. Well, I guess we did see an Ubuntu phone. Remember?
Yes.
We saw that you can dock with the thing, and then it becomes a thing. Anyway, we're rambling. I'm rambling.
We are a little bit. We've been doing this all day. I'm ready for Christmas. Okay. Wait a minute.
Oh, that just happened.
Oh yeah. Okay, so to do this on your Nexus 7, you need 1, a Nexus 7, 2, obviously, a micro USB cable for your Nexus 7 that turns into a USB so you can plug it into your computer, and what am I on? 3, Ubuntu desktop computer.
12.04 or later.
Yes, 12.04 or later, LTS or later, so that you can download the desktop installer, because it's all just pretty much there for you on your PC.
All right, cool. Well, let's get into it. So let's get the installer. What do we do?
Okay, so first off, you need to sudo add-apt-repository, and this is the Nexus 7 installer. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Hey, I heard you like repositories. You want to add this?
Should I press enter?
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
We're going to assume that this
enter.
PPA is safe. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Well,
hooray!
I
added it.
I guess it worked.
You're gonna have to update your apt now before you can.
apt-get. My
Yeah.
apt-getting. Okay.
Yeah, because if you.
So I'm gonna sudo apt-get my updates. Not updates, just update.
So that's going through all of your different repositories and saying, hey, what apps do you have for me?
Oh, you have this one? Cool.
So when you say apt-get install whatever the thing is, it knows
know
which
what you're
repository to check for that package.
It'll be like, oh, okay, got it. Now I'm going to, is that done? Okay, cool, it's done. So now I do sudo apt-get install the Ubuntu Nexus 7 installer. Install, and it's called the
Ubuntu-Nexus 7 installer. See, that's me saying dash instead of tac.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I know.
You're weirding me out here.
Sorry.
Do you
you
want
can just press enter instead of hitting Y.
Oh my god, it worked! That was cool. Now let's see if I actually remember to just press enter instead of pressing Y for yes next time I have to download something.
Let's speed this up and make it look like your computer's really fast. Oh, wait, it finished.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
All right, well then let's...
Hopefully it works, because
let's-
that didn't take very long.
No, it did not. Okay, cool. So what's next? Just connecting this to the computer?
Yeah. So now to unlock your Nexus 7, is this one unlocked?
This is
I don't
completely
remember.
unlocked. But if it's not unlocked, how would I go about doing that?
Okay, so if it wasn't, you want to reboot into the Android bootloader. First, you power down.
All right, let me show that here. Powering down, power off.
And then you hold the volume down button and press the power button. And you continue holding these until you get into this bootloader UI.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So I'm holding
Power
down
and then hold the volume button and press the power button.
for how long?
Continue holding these
Aha,
until
there
it
we
gets
go.
into the bootloader.
Hey, look.
There you go.
He's all opened. Interesting. Okay. And what next?
That's dirty. And then you plug in the device to your laptop or your computer with a
Okay.
micro USB cord.
There we go.
Other way.
Oh,
It's the little icon on the top.
thanks.
There you go.
You know how to use a USB, woman.
You know, that's how you use it. And the device
It's almost like it's a universal serial bus.
it should continue to display your bootloader GUI on there.
Yes.
And hopefully it does, so it looks
And it
like
says
it's
lock state unlocked.
unlocked. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So
Failed
we're already unlocked
Fast
on this
boot
machine.
mode. It's happy.
So now we want to verify that this little guy, the Nexus 7, is actually seen by our laptop. So to do that, I'll put in, let me clear this. See, I got into that habit because of you, that whole clear thing.
Yeah, or Control L, but whichever one
Or
you
Control
want.
L. And then we want to put in, let's see, sudo fastboot devices.
Okay.
Sudo fastboot devices. Okay, so that should be the Nexus 7.
Yeah, I guess that's
Which
like
I'm
the
assuming
serial
it
number
is
of
because it's the only thing that I have plugged in.
Easy way to find out. I just unplugged this guy here, and now run it again.
Okay. Oops, there we go.
Nope.
I see nothing. Awesome. Okay,
I'll
yeah,
plug
so
it
that
back
was
in.
that's what it was.
Let me try it again.
Perfect.
Huzzah!
Yay. Okay,
Basic
so we figured out what it
troubleshooting,
was.
figured it out.
Yay, troubleshooting. So now we want to unlock the bootloader, and to do that you do sudo fastboot OEM unlock.
All right. And it's already unlocked.
So we
good
know
to
that
go.
ours is unlocked. So we're good. But if it isn't, then you just do that, and then you want to reboot with sudo fastboot reboot bootloader, or you can also just
power
reboot
down the
it
machine.
on
Nice.
the machine. Yay!
Sounds
So
good.
we're done with that part.
So far, pretty easy.
Next, you should see lock state unlocked on the device as well. Just make sure that you do. If not, you probably did it wrong. So now you want to make sure that you install Ubuntu 13.04, which is the developer preview, onto the Nexus 7.
Right, we're getting next year's build already.
Yay! So to do this, you want to search for Nexus from the dash, and hopefully you should find it. So Nexus,
There it is.
Ubuntu Core Nexus 7 installer. So you just follow the on-screen instructions for this, and it should work. So you press agree, install Ubuntu Nexus 7.
And so this is going to overwrite my existing Android.
Yes.
Aha.
But you can go back to it if you want
This is a development release.
Download images, connect to your device in fast boot mode, which we already have. See known issues wiki page if you have any issues.
Yep.
Now they say that the whole download is going to take about 2 minutes or so, and then the whole reboot process for the actual device will take about 10 to 15 minutes.
All right, well, let's let it do its progress bar thing.
Let's do the thing.
Paul, speed up the progress bar.
Da, 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 da.
And huzzah, through the miracles of video editing, that only took a split second.
Meow.
Except it took a lot longer.
Meow, meow.
She's been meowing the entire time that it's been loading.
Yeah.
So it says, preparing the root file system, please wait, this will take a few minutes.
Yeah.
The computer says basically the same thing, so now we just wait a few minutes
Yeah.
and get her some milk, I guess.
Meow.
She's like Meowth. Meowth?
Meow.
So once it transfers over the bootloader and
Yeah, which takes like 10, 15
Well, I
minutes,
guess
so
not
you
the
got to be
bootloader.
pretty patient with it.
the file system, the kernel, and all
Yeah.
of those other
The
fun things.
operating system.
Yeah, it
whole
expands
thing.
everything on the device, which is
Yeah.
kind of crazy because it's using, well, I guess it is a quad-core processor, but
Yeah, so it's fast enough.
Yeah.
And then you'll see it go through all the processes. It'll tell you like expanding done, extracting files done. And then eventually you should see it do the normal boot up screen where it says Ubuntu and gives you those 4 little dots where you can tell that it's loading. And then you'll see this screen.
look at that, we're in Unity.
Yay, it's working.
And it says welcome, and English is chosen. Let's see, continue.
Is it slow?
Okay.
It's slow.
Let's choose a network and, on-screen keyboard for the password. Let's see.
So it's very small, especially for the Nexus 7 screen. I feel like as a touch screen that might be a little if you have, big man hands.
I'm assuming you could plug a mouse and keyboard into it. I mean, it
Yeah.
is a computer. In fact, this is a 720p display. The resolution of the Nexus 7 is the same as your 11-inch laptop right there.
Wow.
So that kind of puts it into perspective.
Yeah, that
In fact,
resolution's going to make it
it's-
look really small.
Honestly, it's the same resolution as this machine right here, and this is only 5.5
Really?
inches.
Dang.
Yeah.
Just imagine trying to press all the buttons on that machine. Oh, Lord. So what are you doing right now?
So basically,
Who are you? Okay.
it's the same kind of stuff that you're used to setting up when you install Ubuntu initially. It's
Yeah.
asking you your name. It suggests a name for the laptop, or I'm sorry, the laptop. Well, it suggests a name. It says your computer's name, whatever your name is, -laptop.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Instead of like tablet, I'll give it a really bad password. Probably not gonna like that.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
weak password. Fair password. All right. Moving windows around is not exactly the easiest thing. Quit. There we go. Login automatically, sure. And there we go. Now we're actually in the installation. So before we were
Cool.
just in the part where it's expanding the operating system. So I guess let's just sit around and wait for this to finish installing.
Cool. Okay, so once you have Ubuntu actually installed, which takes about 30 minutes or so, it looks just like it does on a regular desktop computer, except it's such a small monitor. I can't imagine using this on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, why
It's
not?
tiny.
No, come on, it's just.
Well, maybe
it's
if you
high
put like
res.
an external keyboard, then it would be
Well,
useful, but
Turns out you can. So the paradigm is very much the same as the desktop. You can see I've opened up Firefox here, and
I see a little bit of lag when
dragging
you're
it
moving
around.
it
With
around.
yeah, who cares? You can't do that with your iPhone. I mean, this is
Yeah.
really cool. I have a windowing environment that I'm kind of used to. I mean, this is Unity here. We can
That's
tell we
really
even have
cool.
Amazon over here. But
Yeah,
we
for
could
the
install,
1304.
if I could find a way to get the terminal open, we would be able to go ahead and apt-get install GNOME 3 if we wanted, or KDE, or XFCE.
Hey, there's your keyboard.
Oh, there's my keyboard. Let's see, terminal. This will
There
give
it
you
is.
a kind of an example of the speed of it. So it's not
That booted up
too
pretty quick.
terrible.
Yeah, and when you open the browser, that took maybe 8 seconds or so, so not
It's Firefox.
Yeah.
It takes a little
it's
bit.
Firefox, so yeah.
What is pretty cool here is, let's see.
Nice.
Watch this. So I figured, all right, so it's a computer. It likes keyboards, and just like we were doing on Android previously with USB rubber ducky, I just have to test. So just to make sure, and if I plug
Let's
this
see
in
if it
here,
works.
I don't see any reason. I hate micro USB. Come on. There we go.
Oh my god.
Hello world. Hang
That's
on, let me hit it again. Pound hello world all day long. So my hello world payload
That
works.
is so cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
Very
I like
nice.
it. I think this probably, I mean, if you're not a fan of Android, this is...
You could always switch over to Ubuntu if you really, really wanted to. On
You
the
could
Nexus
switch
7.
back too if you want. Don't they have instructions on how to switch back if this isn't your bag of tea?
Yes, exactly. So you could always switch back if you want to, back to Android if you ended up not liking this. But you know, it seems for decent speeds. It seems to have decent speeds. It connects just like a normal desktop would.
Well, you know what I'm thinking now. So we showed off like how to set up, you know, like Dragon goes through, and this isn't, no, I'm not belittling any of this effort at all or anything. I'm just saying like Dragon spends all this time porting over, you know, parts of Kismet to bring it to the Android platform, and then Android now just runs Ubuntu. So I can pretty much guarantee you if I were to plug this into that and then LS USB, actually that's a great example. Let's do that. Let's plug an alpha in because I'm curious about that. And hey, maybe it doesn't work at all, but.
Oh boy. I wonder if it will work.
I'm just gonna, so if I do
He's just going to
LS,
take everything and plug it into the Nexus 7.
well, what I want to know is it just like having a regular computer? And I do LS USB and I've got nothing but the root hub.
Can you do the regular stuff that you would with your
alpha in right now. And the kernel modules for this are normally on in there by default. So there's the up arrow. Oh. And it's not there. That's sad. Let's see. D-message. Did it see it? No. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't see it?
It says USB 2 disconnected. Yeah, it doesn't see anything about it. I am going to not lose faith. I'm going to suspect that it's because I'm using an on-the-go cable or an on-the-go adapter. This converts.
So you switch to.
Basically, this adapter has pin 5 grounded.
So do you think if you switch to just a micro to micro, it would work?
It would be a micro to mini in the case of that. But yeah, if it was a straight cable, it might do the trick. I don't know for sure. But it's worth investigating some more. I think this is pretty cool. If, say, you have some specialized application that you want to bring to a form factor like this, that's the beautiful thing about Linux being so universal. You know, I'm less so excited about running Unity on this as I am now I have the power of Linux in my hand. And that was the promise of Android, wasn't it? It's
I think so, yeah.
It's Linux, but it's not.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences. This is really neat. It is still in development, so I can't wait to see what Ubuntu comes up with as far as not just 13.04, but for this specific one as well.
Well, this one is totally just like a hack right now. I mean, you're not going to sit there playing Angry Birds on this, and if you could with like a, you know, a Linux app or something or Flash or whatever, it would not be the same experience.
It's pretty cool, though. I gotta say, it's very neat that we
cute.
can do it, and it's very easy too, surprisingly.
What do you guys think? What platform needs Linux to be ported to it next? I mean, can we get Linux on a Nintendo 64?
iPad. What? I have an iPad at home. I want to put.
I have a Nintendo 64 at home. It's way cooler. Anyway,
DS.
We're gonna be back right after this quick break. If you're setting up a website to start your new business, showcase your portfolio, publish your blog, domain.com is the best place to go for your next great idea. If you need to get a domain name, consider getting yourself a .com. See, a .com domain is the original. We all know it's globally understood, immediately lends credibility no matter what you choose. Plus, if you're into investing and buying and selling domains, .coms have the highest aftermarket value. And you can find yourself a .com over at domain.com. Shannon and I are huge fans of them because they're affordable, reliable, easy to use, and plus, domain.com's active social media presence on Twitter at domain.com they have great customer service. They're really just a fun place to do business. So the guys over at domain.com, they're huge fans of you guys in Hak5, and they want to hook us all up to get 15% off their already affordable domain names and web hosting. All you have to do is use the coupon code HAK5 at domain.com's checkout. That's 15% off and big savings. Don't forget to use the coupon code HAK5. When you think domain names, think domain.com. Time once again to check port 110.
So the first question comes from Nick, and it's actually a little bit of feedback. He says, in Backtrack, go over to System Tools and EtherApe and have fun.
EtherApe is a really cool tool if you've never seen it. It's a monitoring tool that's all graphical and pretty. It works for all sorts of types of networks, including wireless. In fact, kind of following up with what we just did a moment ago with the Nexus, it's like, well, here it is actually running EtherApe. You don't see a whole lot of interesting stuff going on right now. Let me pull up Firefox again and get some web traffic going on. And there you go.
Oh, that's cool.
You can start seeing as things happen on the network, and if this were like, in promiscuous mode, you can see it connecting to different servers, and the different sizes show like, different bits of data. It's
That's
really
neat.
cool.
Yeah.
And I think this is a perfect example of a use case where you would want to do this, bringing Linux to your tablet, because no one.
That's awesome.
Who's going to port EtherApe, not EtherApe,
to Android,
but EtherApe over to Android? It's like, well, if all the fun's over in Linux, bring Linux to the party, and then boom.
Now the next question comes from Init0, and he says, thank you for the excellent review of Backbox. I've used the cozy little distro and have to say that it's impressive. I'm currently remixing it with the Cinnamon desktop, and it's turning out to be very promising. The main issue that I have with Pen2 is its long refresh cycle. The last major release was in 2009. It was a great distro then, and I can hardly wait to see what the latest iteration will hold. One distro that you may want to take for a test drive is called Matriux. This French distro is a great middle ground between Backtrack and Backbox, and it's more suitable than Backtrack as a day-to-day OS and is more robust than Backbox. Still, no matter how far I roam, I always find myself coming home to good old Backtrack. Thanks for all that you do, and Darren for the community.
I must say that this is one of those things where, in a perfect world, it really wouldn't matter that Pen2 hasn't been updated since 2009, because as those
There's
tools...
a lot of other options.
Well, not just the fact that there are other options, though. The idea is it's Linux. There's source code there. Reaver WPS comes out, and, well, grab the tarball, config, make, compile it, and Bob's your uncle. And the idea being you're not limited to a release cycle of an operating system when you need a new tool. And you're not. That said, the reality is a lot of these tools take a lot of weird dependencies. It's really tough to get everything to work together nicely. And when you need to get the job done, Backtrack has really proven themselves over the last 4 or so years of being able to do that. And so I find myself also going back to Backtrack when suddenly, like, this should be easy. I just want to get XYZ done. It's not compiling right. I can't find that one version of libUSB or USB Python or whatever it is. Hey, let me just boot up this VM and it works. So there's a lot to be said there. I think Matriarchs, I was just looking at it, just like you said, it's very much this in the same vein of that. It's like it's a security distro for anybody looking to do penetration testing and auditing and forensics and all of that sorts. So I'm just going to say, hell yeah to you French guys, keep doing this, because we need, not
more
to
competition.
Reinvent the wheel, and it's not really competition, but more choice. More choice is always going to be better.
I agree. Now it's time for the Technolist photo of the week. Sean sends us a picture of his wonderful prize of Wi-Fi pineapple that he got out of his cereal box. Isn't that amazing?
What?
It's a
Those
joke.
come in cereal boxes now?
Yeah.
I bet he was eating Haxor flakes.
Haxor flakes. That's
Yeah,
what
they
it was.
come with
No,
a
they're
free
like
copy of
Mom's
Nmap.
flakes or something. Yeah. A Wi-Fi pineapple.
We need to.
So exciting.
We need to roll Haxor flakes now. Paul, can we do that? Can you dig up an old copy of Haxor flakes?
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's roll. Let's just roll Haxor flakes. It's been like 5 years. Do it.
Hey Billy, are you tired of getting owned by noobs in CS?
Uh-huh.
Are you tired of getting your 0-day wares 3 weeks late?
Uh-huh.
Then I think, Billy, that you need a big bowl of Haxor Flakes. That's right, Haxor Flakes, packed with all the nutrients and caffeine that all lead Haxors need. Get ops in your favorite channel. Pop headshots with the P90. Even me, a real girl. Hacksaw Flakes, nutritious, malicious, specially formulated to enhance your micro. And on specially marked packages, a free copy of Nmap. It'll make you look cool. Hacksaw Flakes may contain trace amounts of uranium. Consult a physician if glowing occurs.
It's been 8 years.
That's awesome. I love the Hacksaw Flakes. And if you guys have photos, they don't have to be of Hacksaw Flakes. You can send them to feedback@hak5.org with the subject line Technolist.
All right. Well, with all of that, I hope you've enjoyed this truncated episode of Hak5. We are at CES all next week, so tweet at us. Let us know what is that widget you want us to go and check out.
Or if you're there, just stop by and say hello.
Yeah, glomp her. And
No.
And anyway, with
No
all of
glomping.
that, we value your feedback. Feedback at hak5.org.
Hak5.org/follow. You can go to hackshop.com to check out all the cool gadgets that we have, including the USB rubber ducky.
She's rocking it on Hack Tip. We're doing ThreatWire
Yeah.
every week.
We're
It's,
busy.
yeah, doing a lot of really cool stuff. There's Hangouts in the ThreatWire community now.
Yeah,
We've
the
been
Google
doing
Plus
those.
community. That's
Yeah,
really
well,
awesome.
we've been doing like Hangouts as well, which is really cool. I love that.
Ooh, fun.
Paul and I are toying with weird, crazy live show stuff. We've got big
Nice.
projects coming for this new year. It's exciting.
It's going to be an awesome 2013, and we're super, super excited about it.
I know. I have huge plans for season 17.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
17.
We
So
got to get
that's-
through 13, 14, 15, and 16 first. So anyway, we'll see you there. Until next week, I'm Darren Kitchen.
I'm Shannon Morse.
Trust your Technolist.
Happy New Year!
Shannon, how does the Zelda song go? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. 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 Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, that's the long orchestrated version. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
Meow, meow, meow. The end. I think I broke it. Oh, God.
I want to play Zelda and watch Star Trek.